a process, isn't it?
Well, we did yesterday. Terry we were doing exams up in London.
Right.
Writing a script for you guys.
Chair for who are the people using the installation. So,
Cool.
no. Right, okay. Stomach in.
Yeah.
So,
We've got a number of names, which there are lots. But,
Actually getting to play
Right.
football.
It's going to be one of them. One last one. The Sparks interview.
Are you filming me?
Yeah.
Turn it off now. No publicity, please. Okay, I'm Hi Joe. How are you doing, Dave? You all right? Very so good to see you. Okay.
you said you was going to wear cravats.
It's not. I would have thought midday. You just want to
yours
come
is
back
right there.
ready for us to leave. I thought middays.
Yeah, I'm aiming my hair, and it was based. Actually, this is double skin because behind there's another layer.
Oh right.
There's a door behind there.
Oh, okay.
So we've actually used this as a set where they get a bit twitchy after a couple of hours.
Sure.
I don't realise that because you know, some people just think, well, it takes 20 minutes to test,
Yeah.
but we film things like 5 times over.
Yeah,
Coming out the which you've started doing
Yeah.
that in your YouTube.
Yeah, yeah.
You know, you
Yeah.
start getting the close-ups, so
Yeah,
which is
yeah.
great. That's the way it should be
The
done.
company I worked for installed the control systems for that flight training simulator. I didn't do that one, but I did others around the country. So yeah, I started off house bashing, rewiring new houses, and then we just did more commercial work, and then lots of industrial and flight
And
training.
what caused you to move to teaching? Well,
Yeah, so you spin around, you can come over and just keep it onto the.
Over my shoulder.
But no, you can go wherever you want. That's it. As long as we can lose the.
The line fabric.
There we go. So this is the lead. Yes,
you put in later. So that's a sort of a different skill, really, to just standing in.
Right. Okay. I'm just going to run this. This is just getting the audio levels.
Sure.
So, but then we'll just run it and see.
Are you on 9.6 or 9.2? Most likely 9.2, I think, because
It's a bit more relaxed. Go for a
Yes.
relaxed pace. Right. Okay. So let's give it a go. 5.
Hello, I'm Dave from the Learning Lounge.
And I'm Joe from Joe Robinson Training.
Whichever one of our channels you're watching, this it's going to need to go a bit faster, I think,
Right. Okay.
because you put gaps in.
And I'll put gaps in just so it'll be a little bit easier for.
It's harder. It's much
For
harder.
you, it's harder.
No, because you have to
But
wait.
yes, therefore it's like think of it
See,
like a little bit
between
of
the paragraphs,
equalisation.
We used to put gaps in, and that means that if the timing's right, it's lovely because you take breath.
Yeah.
But if not, you lose a whole line,
Sure.
and you can't keep the
And
flow up.
you're missing a
So
bit.
we started to take the gaps out, and then Terry has put them back in because of you.
See, because I'm coming. Right, so let's just go.
Someone just flushed the loop.
So I'm doing sound levels.
All right,
so
fair enough. Hello, I'm Dave from the Learning Lounge.
And I'm Joe from Joe Robinson Training.
Whichever one of our channels you're watching this on, you'll find the links on the others in the video description.
In this collaboration, we're looking to see if there's any wiggle room in the 18th edition of the regs to avoid using RCDs for additional protection against electric shock. So this could be, for example, where a particular item of current using equipment, such as a fridge freezer, should remain on when the rest of the socket outlets are disconnected from the supply on default.
what I just don't know is, maybe Gary remembers, is whether Joe was looking at Dave when he think Reg's now gone.
He looked at me twice.
Right.
That reg is gone.
So with these latest changes then, generally speaking, we're looking at commercial and industrial installations as locations where it's possible to avoid using an RCD. One potential solution would be to carry out a risk assessment, which must be written and signed by a responsible person, possibly the building or the business owner. But unfortunately, this is not an acceptable solution for domestic premises.
Right. Okay. Let's spray the fire again.
There's no need for circuits supplying luminaires to be RCD. Oh, that's it.
It is.
I mean, I'll just follow the lead, if you just jump in, mate, that's fine.
You leading yourself basically, Joe.
There's no need for circuits supplying luminaires to be RCD protected. So unless a socket outlet is rated over 32 amps then, it will still require RCD protection, either at the socket outlet itself or at the origin of the circuit that supplies it, especially where the wiring system is concealed and does not incorporate an earth metallic screen or isn't suitably protected against mechanical damage. Okay, see one more.
in the thing. I mean, I'm not saying you did. It was perfectly fine what you did. I mean, I don't know how I'm going to read. I'll just read it. So the use of rain wiring systems to protect mechanical protection are the norm here. So concealing cables using this approach, concealed cables using this approach are unlikely to require additional protection, and unlike dwellings, there's no need for circuits supplying luminaires to be RCD protected. So you're sort of pulling up the peaks just so that the points are made there.
Sure.
And it's just a matter of finding those peaks in the text and then just punching them through, really.
Sure. Yeah,
So I'm going to suggest you play with that.
Okay, yeah.
The regs really do want us to install RCDs wherever we can, as they're great at providing additional protection against electric shock and so improve safety. We've also seen that although there are considerations for not using them, our options under the 18th edition are increasingly limited.
We've seen that in domestic
Okay,
installation.
that's all right,
Sorry,
that's fine, that's
sorry,
fine.
sorry, carrying on. But in an industrial or commercial installation, there may be some options. However, you may want to think about taking a brave pill if you're going to go down the risk assessment route.
But if you do go down that route, you have to remember that failing to provide additional protection by RCD could put someone's life at risk in the future. Thanks for joining us for this collaboration. It's goodbye from me.
And it's goodbye from him.
See you soon.